So there was this person who was in my DM. I'm not lying to you, but this guy has been pursuing me for about 4 years.
Sometimes the best way to heal is to tell the truth. And today we're going to be talking about how love truly is blind.
Love will blind you and make a fool of you without realizing. That's why I don't laugh at people when things happen to relationships. I don't laugh. So there was this person who was in my DM. I'm not lying to you, but this guy has been pursuing me for about 4 years. Ne? Like just constantly, very, very constant, very, consistent, man. Consistent. And he was also my father's tribe. I like my father's tribe, guys. Mbaja. He was a Mbaja. I'm not saying all Mbajas are good men like my father was. But the Mbaja that I saw in my father and his brothers, those ones with confidence, those ones with integrity, those ones when they enter the room, you can feel that a force has entered. Yes, I figured that all Mbaja men was like that. That's so. This new generation is network. Anyway, Mbaja dude, I'll just call him Mbaja. He was in my DMs consistently, but I am not even responding. All this time, I am not responding. I just read it and I move on. There was too much going on in my life, maybe. I don't know. So one day I'm bored at work. I remember very well. It was a Friday afternoon. I'm bored in the office. So I go in my messengers. I never gave him my number for that matter. He's been looking for it for 4 years. Never gave him my number. So I figured let me respond. It won't hurt. So besides that, I've got nothing to lose. Sharp. I respond. I'm like, hi. It's like, oh man, why are you doing this to another woman's child? Oh, they know how to talk. Hey, they will make your ears itch. That's now after we shared the number. Sharp. We continue talking. Now we are on the phone, we are on WhatsApp and all those things, yeah? And then you decided it is time to meet. Hey, it's time to meet. Baja stays in the north and that's where he works. Nice job. And I'm here in Windhoek. And that's where I work. And I love it. But then we had to meet. Question was, who's going to travel first? And just as Mother Nature had it, I get an assignment in the north. So for me, that was a sign. I'll be in the north and sorry, boss. But I did my job anyway. All this was happening after hours. Please, to my boss. Yeah. So yeah, go to the north. Oof, I was nervous. While we are on the road, my heart is boom, 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 man. Yeah, I've seen his face. We've seen each other's faces all day. We have seen each other, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So, even when we're on the way, I'm telling my colleagues, I told them the story. Like, guys, I've been chatting to this guy, and he's also from the north. So maybe before we check into our hotel rooms, can we first go see him here? Da 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 da. They agreed. Of course, they were laughing, but they agreed. Get in the north. We drive to this person, so that I will not mention where he was because some people will put 1 and 1 together and get 11. So we go to this place. I call him. I'm like, I'm outside. He walks out. You know those movie moments when time stands still and everything is happening in slow motion? I was going through that. Like he was the most beautiful thing I have laid my eyes on. You know the way he walked, the way the legs, the abs, sorry. Anyway, even my colleagues are even there, like touching each other, like, look at them. Like, what's wrong with you? Hey, and we hug. Like comrades. We don't give that hug like in the romantic movies. It was just like it's the class we meet. Yeah. Like, okay, can we talk a bit later? Maybe go out for a drink. We will be staying here, and da. It's like, no, I'll be coming. I can't wait to chat to you. So we go, we leave him there. wait. So, me and my colleagues we go to check in into our hotel, Mos. And I'm still nervous because I am like, where is this drink gonna lead to? Remember, we just arrived there, so we haven't started working yet. You see, boss, we're not working yet. So we agreed to meet at the place restaurant, at our hotel's restaurant, around 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I jump in the shower, I do what I have to do, the hygiene stuff, I'm getting ready for my Mbaja King, man. I get ready, I dress up nicely. My colleagues obviously give me my space because they know, hello, we are not kids. And I go sit in the restaurant, order the drink. I ordered myself like a red wine. And I'm waiting. So dude shows up. The heart is foolish. The heart, she started going up and down, Polemakisi. Eto. Started sweating. My hands are sweaty. You guys. We have the drink, we chat. We have already laid the groundwork. Remember, we've been talking on the phone? Yeah, so the groundwork was laid already. So we were just now getting to know each other up close and personal, as in holding hands and stuff. I felt like I was 18 going on my first date. Man, so live day. Poro, man. Anyway, we are there looking into each other's big blue eyes and just smiling. I couldn't help smiling. He also couldn't help smiling. He has these beautiful eyes. He had this. Then it was time to go sleep. It's getting late. Sleeping arrangements were never discussed. They didn't have to be discussed. Everything just flowed natural. Of course, he had to escort me to my hotel room. And he did. And he woke up there too. Oh, poor. That was it. I was caught. Hook, line, and sinker. Oh, poor. I was captured. In the morning, we were supposed to go on our assignment, which was quite far. It was a distance we had to drive, and he was like, I want to be with you. I don't want to let you out of my sight. Please, may I come with you? And we are like, no, we are with a company vehicle, and, we cannot allow you on because etc. It's like, I will drive with my car. I'm telling you now, the place that we had to travel to from Ongwediva is about 200 and something kilometers away. Deep in Ohangwena, Mama Fuduru, they deksand huta. They man het gevolg. Hij het. I need to take a breath. Whew, I'm back. Mans followed me with his own car, his own fuel, his whatever. He followed that NBC Bakkie wherever we went. He was even getting hands-on, like when my cameraman had to carry stuff like the tripod, the heavy equipment, what he was there doing what needs to be done. He said, like, baby, me, I will not disturb you, but I am not letting you out of my sights. No. One day, Toshingoli, I have struck gold, is what I was being told. And like a fool, I fell for it. Like a fool, I fell for it. Stay tuned for part 2. Yeah, it's coming. I feel so dumb. Stay tuned for part 2. Part 2 of how love made a fool of me. Oh, how love blinded me. What did we say, Uga? Yeah, same thing. Ewa. Now, by this time we have seen each other naked. And I'm a gone girl. Gone. Because this guy, he is a beast. He is a stallion. He is everything. He has everything to make the earth shake. So obviously there, yes, man. So we returned to Angodiva. We must know in Ohangwenane. Returned to Angodiva, so I drove with him. I drove back with him in his car. Throughout that whole journey, dude is just holding my hand. My friend, love is really beautiful. It is sweet. When you are at that stage of honeymoon, yo, it's amazing. I had no care in the world. It was just this man. When we arrived at our duty station, usually as a crew, as an NBC crew, when you arrive back to your base, like wherever you are staying or you are accommodated, you have to sit together and like discuss your production and also plan for the next day. Now I was gone to the north. My trip was supposed to be 4-5 days or so. So I told him like, baby, you go to the room. I'm gonna meet my team so that we just discuss what transpired today and what's up for tomorrow. It's like, yes, baby, please don't take long. Hurry back to daddy. I'm like, yes, puppy. Yes. I discussed with my team. Quick, fast. It was a quick meeting. Hello. Because I was tired also. I mean, when I go back to the room. And I'm like, okay, so let's freshen up so that we go have dinner. He's like, no, we can freshen up, but we are not stepping out of this room. So we did not step out of the room until the next morning. Yeah, we were watching movies and stuff. You know how it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna cut a long story short. You know, the rest of the assignment went smooth. He insisted on staying with us throughout. And he literally called his boss. I was there with the thing on speaker because I said like, aren't you supposed to work? You know, you can just go to work and then we meet back at my place at the hotel like after hours because I'll also be traveling around. He says like, not gonna happen, mommy, not gonna happen. So he called his boss, put it on speaker, and he says like, boss man, they have a good relationship. Man, I had, you know, I won't be able to come in for the next couple of days. I'll only be back on Monday because my person surprised me and she's back here. I don't know where I'll see her again. My person is in the north. If I was white, I would have turned pink. I was so flattered. Anyway, thinking back, we stayed for those days. We did our work nicely. What? It was time to say goodbye. Oh, saying goodbye was hard, guys. It was difficult. I was so sad. I'm telling you, usually I'm excited to come back to Windhoek, you know, home to the kids, to my mom, what, because mom was still alive. That day I cried at door. Why must I cry for somebody that I've just been with for 4 days? Cried like my heart is tearing apart. And he said like, baby, I'm coming next weekend, don't you worry, we're seeing each other next weekend. I'm like, okay, puppy, okay. Anyway, after a while and a whole time of my colleagues also obviously being tired of waiting, I think they were about fed up right now, because besides the moments where we were actually busy with our production, like doing interviews and filming, my colleagues didn't see me. Never. They would see me when we are doing the post-production, when we are back. After that, they'll see me the next morning. There were not even these moments, come on, we go out, have a drink together, or go explore or visit the north or what. Next, nothing. I was a voluntary prisoner. Yes. In the hotel room. Anyway, we get back home and me and dude are now up in the car. We are talking throughout. Every day we talk, like almost every hour. It's WhatsApp calls, it's whatever. You know, he's the last voice I hear when I go to sleep. It's the first voice I hear in the morning. Those things, you know, video calls, isn't it? Everything is smooth. Yo, I am happy. I am glowing. Everybody can just see, Kusha, something spectacular must have happened in Anna's life. Yes, and they were not wrong. No, they were not wrong. We stayed to an extent that I told my mom about Dude, because he would now come. I'm really cutting this short now. I won't tell you about all the wonderful incidents we had, because he would come to the to Windhoek like every second week or so, and I would go to the north 2 weeks after. So we would see each other at least twice a month. And that was fine. Actually, there was even a time that, we arranged and actually went to the coast together. And yeah, that's a story for another day. But it was amazing also. So we had great moments. One thing started it. I think the longer you stay in a relationship, you start picking up little things that don't necessarily make you happy. So I've seen, like, instead of him calling me 6 or 7 times a day, he's now only calling me 3 times a day. Why? Why? And also, as women, we have most that intuition, that sixth sense. Like, even if your person is not next to you, there is something nagging or knowing on your mind. Kusha, it's a sirege. My bull is grazing somewhere else. Yes, you will know. So we started having arguments because I will confront him. I'm not happy, and you know me, I'm outspoken. I was like, baby, what? It's very good. He always knew how to calm me down. And here's the other thing that I started noticing. Whenever I go to the north, this dude books us in a B&B or in a hotel in Ongweteba. Nice place, very nice place. I think it's 4 stars. It's those high-end places in the north. He would book us there. So one day I asked him, Kucha Papi, when am I going to see your place in the north? The village or something. Your house. Of course, you are a grown man. Jim would most his head. He's like, nah. And at this point, when I was single, I just figured I would just be renting a room and so on. But baby, you are too classy for me to be taking you there. That's why I just figured it would be nice to book here. Ding, 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 ding. Red flags. But no. Because everything we do together is so orgasmic, I am not seeing the damn red flags. I'm just like, it's my mens, it's my person. That was like almost after a year now, all right, when things started going a bit bumpy. Later on, dude is like, he got me so addicted to him, I would give him anything he wants. You know what I mean? He was also okay. He was also generous. He would gift me and whatever and surprise me occasionally. But I would go the extra mile. When he said like, oh, baby, man, there's something that happened. I need 2K. Wire. Baby, I have this project. What? I need 20K. Wire. I am not seeing shit. And the person that I've been confiding in about this is like, me, Anna, something is not right. This man, it's a sirehni. I am like, no, clearly you have never been in love. Lost me it. It's our Romeo and Juliet story. Stay tuned for part 3. It will probably be the last part. Okay, definitely the last part. So that is what happened. The guy died. I found out he had a wife and 3 kids. Yeah. I was angry, but as much as I was angry, I was also extremely heartbroken, because although our relationship wasn't always a bed of roses, there was love. Well, from my side anyway, it was genuine love. I will never know really what his purpose or what his intention to come into my life was. So he died. I couldn't go to the funeral, obviously not, out of respect, obviously, for the widow and just the family in general. I spoke to somebody about the money that I had spent on this man because he was Oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm not gonna talk about the money part now. So this person said, like, no, you can actually sue, thinking the money, maybe if you go through a lawyer or whatever. But then I just figured, like, it's all right. The man is doing, and the family, the wife in the village and stuff. Nah, it's okay, Anna. Cut your losses, mourn the man, and move on. I thought everything was over. I actually figured, like, no, obviously, since they are going to stream the funeral, I will definitely watch it online. It will be my little way of saying goodbye. And yeah, I'll get over my losses, you know. Nothing else can be more shocking, my friends. How wrong I was. Even in death, this man managed to shock me. So they're streaming. I'm there on a Saturday. Streaming was the funeral. I'm lying on my bed here watching, crying with the tissues and what, and a glass of wine. I'm at end. I know it's in the morning, but please, I was mourning my man, my poor man. Anyway, I'm here like watching, crying here and whatever. They point to the wife. I see the wife for the first time. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it just shows that the man doesn't have a type because she looks nothing like me. And the kids that look exactly like him. Okay, no, that is okay. I'm over it. And then the pastor went like, or the MC or whatever these people are, goes like, will the deceased other children please come to the front? I'm like, other children? Other children, how? 28 little buggers, almost the same size, stood up and went to the front. And they looked just like him. They looked just like him. And they were taken by all their baby mamas. I think the youngest of those kids was probably 2 or 1 because it was carried. It was an infant baby. And then the oldest was about maybe 17. Okay, with the 17, and those ones that came before our relationship, I don't care. But the majority of those kids, my friends, were between probably 12 months and 6 years. Now that I said that out loud, I'm so shocked. Sorry, I had to pause. Yes. I think like, yes, like I said, that in total there were 28. I think in the 4 years that we've been dating, that man had made over 15 children. I have never, ever seen anything like that in my life before. Never. I think some of the people that see this video can relate and make up now who that person is. Don't really care. I'm telling you my truth. 28. That's when I was like, how could I not see? The man was charming. The man acted like he cared. He could twist you around his little finger. The man was Satan in disguise. May he continue to rest in peace. I hope you enjoyed my story. Don't ask me any questions. Don't come for me. I'm not going to answer any questions. It was a pleasure sharing. I actually feel better. It's the first time that I'm actually genuinely speaking out openly about this. And I did it on social media. Yeah, what the F? I don't care. Sue me. Bye. I love you. I am almost late. Oh my God. I gotta call my younger. There's no way I'm gonna drive tonight. Hint, hint. Bye-bye.
Today isn't a day for crying. It's a day for telling stories. Sometimes the best way to heal is by telling the truth. Love can blind people and make you feel like a complete fool even without realizing it. That's why you should never really laugh at people when things go wrong in relationships. She described the man who's been in her DMs for 4 years. Not days, not months, but 4 years. Years of consistent messaging, checking in, greeting her, wishing her well. She admitted that she used to ignore him, often reading his messages and moving on, as she wasn't interested in him at the time and she had a lot going on in her life. However, she noted that he was her type. He reminded her of the kind of men she grew up around, men with presence, confidence, and integrity, the kind who command attention without even saying much. She admitted that she had assumed all men from that background would be the same, but life would later prove her wrong. Despite her lack of interest, the man remained persistent. One day, out of sheer boredom, she decided to reply to his messages with a simple hi. She recalled that his response surprised her. He jokingly asked her why she was doing that to another woman's child. At the moment, she realized he was charming and knew how to engage with her. They finally exchanged numbers after 4 years, and from then on, everything changed. They began talking regularly through calls, WhatsApp, voice notes. She explains that they built a strong connection even before meeting in person. Eventually, the question of meeting came up. However, distance was a challenge. He lived in the north, while she was in Windhoek. They kept wondering who would travel first, until life intervened, and she was assigned to work in the north. She described this as feeling like a sign, almost like destiny. When she traveled, she remembered feeling a mix of emotions: nervousness, excitement, and fear. She even asked her colleagues to stop so she could meet him before checking into the hotel. When he arrived, she described the moment as something out of a movie. Everything seemed to slow down as she watched him walk towards her. She was deeply impressed by his presence and the way he carried himself, and even after her colleagues noticed her reaction, they greeted each other casually, trying to act normal, though she admitted she felt anything but normal inside. After a brief conversation, they agreed to meet later at the hotel restaurant. Back at the hotel, her nerves intensified as she began to realize that something serious might be developing. She prepared herself carefully for the evening and went down to the restaurant, where she ordered red wine and waited. When he arrived, her nervousness returned. Her heart raced, her hands became sweaty. However, as they talked and laughed, everything felt natural and comfortable due to their connection. She described the moment of eye contact where they smiled at each other without reason, as if slightly questioning whether what they were experiencing was real. She said that she felt like she was 18 again, full of butterflies and first date excitement. As the night grew, it became time to sleep. Although sleeping arrangements were never discussed, she said everything seemed to flow naturally. He walked her to her room and stayed. She admitted from that moment she was completely captured, hook, line, and sinker. The next morning they had work and a long journey ahead, over 200 kilometers into the mountains. She recalled that he insisted on coming along, saying he didn't want to leave her. When he couldn't join them in the company vehicle, he chose to follow them in his own car. She emphasized on how he drove a long distance, using his own fuel and time just to be near her. He even helped her team by carrying equipment and supporting their work. He reassured her that he wouldn't disturb her, but also didn't want to lose sight of her. At that point, she believed she found something rare. She thought she had found a real man, and that she had struck gold. But to be completely honest, she had already fallen for him completely. And that's how love starts. Not with warning signs, not with butterflies, attention, consistency, effort. And before you realize, you're already gonna be in too deep. So if you're watching this and you've been there before, don't laugh at people. Because love, it can humble you. Let me know down in the comment section below. Have you ever been in a situation where you feel completely in love with somebody? And while you're down there, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss an upload. And I'll see you in the next one.